Alright, here we are. Now we have to be here in the morning, so morning time. Let's go. Oh wait, okay, we still don't have enough levels yet.
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not gonna say why you're asking me. Sure, let's decide.
What are our choices?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. He promised to let us know his choice as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
Is it?
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion would like. Geralt, you've known him longer. Say something.
Well, I'm gonna say not theater decor because I don't want to step on the theater lady's shoes. That's what she was worried about, right?
Boudoir seems like a better fit for cabaret. Just don't go overboard on stuffed upholstery.
A wonderful choice it is. At last.
I don't even know what boudoir is, but we'll see.
Lollygagging. Get to work.
Well, well. Guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business.
I doubt that.
Who would have known?
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Dandelion's doing things. I'm not surprised that he's taking action. I will be surprised if he sticks with this action long term, because that's what he's always had the problem with, right? He's always been a man of action.
Despite what people say about him.
In different
Dandelion
ways.
approaches life very rationally.
Sure. Well, actually, I think I see what you mean. Like, Dandelion, he just lives to have fun and do things that keep him living the good life. I think that's rational in a way.
True enough. Adheres to the principle
Exactly.
that a life enjoyed is a life well lived.
Exactly.
You needn't mock.
I'm not. I mean that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with the principle. Dandelion just knows how to enjoy life. It's a good thing.
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
He's always in trouble.
Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
Okay. Find Dandelion. Where is he at? Over there. Okay, not very far.
Well,
I just noticed our HP is passively regenerating at least a little bit. I thought it didn't. Wonder who this person is. Wonder. I'm just wondering how long he'll pound on that if I don't talk to him.
It's not a brothel.
no. Well, this placard sometimes otherwise.
Ah.
Well, what sort of debauchery goes on in them dumps?
Really? I wonder how.
Okay, so the father is unhappy with
Everything all right?
unhappy with the idea of donating money to such a business.
Since once I put a ring on your finger,
And I thought you'd stop drinking with your mates.
you get what you say.
All right, let's talk to Dandelion now.
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiance. They're fighting.
Oh, that's the fiance. I thought that
She's
was the
only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me.
Right. Sorry, I just got the two characters confused. The one we're getting money from is different. This is not. I thought this was the lady and the father. I thought that's what this was, but that's not what this was. Okay, so this is the choreographer. Got it. It makes more sense.
Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've gotta help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait, do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
I don't think we need to know about how he knows about the spare key. I think that's obvious. Let's find it.
Fine. Let's find the key.
Oh, right there, apparently. Should we really be, like, finding the spare key in the middle of the day with everybody around, ready to see us grab it?
Not here.
What, in a random pail? It's in a random water pail?
Key.
Or water bucket, or whatever that is? Or underneath it? Alright, let's go.
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Shut off, or I'll split your skull.
My friend asked you nicely, so
I wonder
please
what would
be
happen if we
pleased
just said
in return
nothing
to
there.
hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but
Your mind's the empty sort, maybe. That's why it's so open. There's nothing inside there.
saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I wonder what happens if we say nothing. I'm gonna see.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
Okay, it just picks one of the
You see,
options.
friend, Geralt
Or
just
the
hit
one that you're
nail
looking
on the
at.
head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
So I had originally thought that saying nothing is actually an option in and of itself. That appears to not be the case. It's a little bit sad, but I understand why that's the case.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation
Sure.
precludes it.
I don't believe you at all.
What's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say coin?
And fame.
Money?
No flirting required. You have my word.
Suppose, in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Alrighty then.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you.
Dandelion's actually pretty good at convincing people, it seems. He's got his own skills.
Expected that to go so well.
Yeah, you handled it well. And quicker if you left it to be. No, I think he did a really good job. I'm
You
impressed.
handled it well, Dandelion. Man was putty in your hands once you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
Who's Rotlick?
I don't know what he's talking
Never
about.
heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
I'll go see Rotlick. You head back to the Rosemary, or Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
We're used to
Said
doing
that for the hell of it. Tell me where
exactly.
he lives.
We're used to
Outside.
having to
See
do
you
these
soon.
random delivery missions. Don't you worry, Dandelion. Yeah, I'm actually impressed with Dandelion and the way he handled that. I have a better opinion of Dandelion's strength, if you can call it strength, at this point. Okay, here we are at yet our another destination in our side quest of starting a cabaret.
Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
Not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
Well, since the Dandelion said he was a friend, we should help him out by stopping these guys.
You're not gonna rob him.
Strange, don't recall asking your permission. Get him, Fred!
Ah! Okay, I can't cast Quen.
You'll regret this.
Ow.
mutant.
Ow. Ow. Yeah, I can't use... Okay, I can't use any of that stuff. Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop it. Okay. Here. Let me go to a different location. Maybe it'll help. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, I forgot I can block.
What? Lost your nerve?
Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is great. This is exactly the position I want to be in. No, 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 no. Nice. Okay, we only got one guy left to worry about. Just keep beating him into a corner. Oh boy. Oh right, right. Our adrenaline can heal us even when we can't use spells. That's actually big. That's huge.
Shut up and fight.
I didn't think it would work in this situation, but it does. We still gain adrenaline, so we still get healing mid-battle. That's actually really, really good. That means, and if we ever have any more side missions where we have to fight hand-to-hand, it's gonna be way easier, because we'll just heal. We won't be able to lose.
Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rotlick, where's he?
Same place as always. Vehicle Bud Estate. Losing his last crowns at the races.
That's how he loses his money.
See, wasn't that easy? Could have said so right away.
Alright. Oh. I'm surprised we're not also just throwing him out of this place. Because once they're up again, they could just continue looting the place. But whatever, it is what it is. He probably doesn't have that much stuff of value left anyways if he has no money. But who knows?
Damn it!
Okay, it's actually way out of the city. The Vegelbud residence. I've heard that name before. I forget who it was. Oh, right. It's this place that we went to with was it Triss or Yennefer? I forget who we brought here. Right, that's not where we're going. I think it was Triss.
Look at that horse
Wondering if I could take part in the races.
Oh, that's not what I wanted, actually.
A rider's fee and a steed of your own, why not? Decide quickly, please. There's a race about to begin.
No. Not right now, not right now. Sorry, that's not the person I want to talk to, apparently. Let me over, please.
Well, Click, seems you're a considerable sum in the red, but you shan't back out on that account, eh?
Won't have much of a choice before long.
Calm down, sport. We can't allow that. Who'd I wager with then, eh? Listen, here's what we'll do. We'll make one more bet. If you win, I'll pay your debts and we'll continue playing. What do you say?
And if I lose?
One worry at a time, old chum. Well, I'm off to place my bet.
Yeah, this guy's doomed.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now, Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
Oh, wager on us then.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
I've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Yeah, I'll win the race for you. That's easy.
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
You're that good a rider?
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
Alright, and if I'm assuming if we lose, then we have to pay. But it's all good. I'm always really bad at the startup here. Bye-bye. Again, don't know how long the race is. Don't know how much stamina I'll need. Is that it really the end right there? No, it's not. Okay. Don't we also have a saddle that increases horse stamina? I should probably equip that before doing races like these. But it's okay. Races aren't hard anyways. As long as I know where I'm actually going. There we go.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time. Just as
Is this a
soon as I
new
settle my
song?
obligations.
I don't think I've heard this one
Fine.
before.
See you there.
Damnation.
Where's this? Man, it's too loud. These people are. This is one problem I have with this game is everyone is so freaking loud and chatty all the time. You can't hear anything when you're inside the city or near a group of people because they always talk nonstop next to each other, and they're really loud. So I couldn't listen to where that song was coming from or well, regardless. Now that we've finished that, we'll return to Dandelion and get our placards. Or, well, I guess we're already getting our placards. I guess we'll just return to Dandelion. So, see you guys there.
Grand opening tonight.
Oh,
Grand in the evening.
grand opening.
By the illustrious duo, Master Dandelion and Priscilla.
Good to know. Alright, here we are.
Start in G major and
I've told you, the piece is sad, melancholy. It needs a minor key
but I wanted
to ruin everything. We're starting E minor.
Okay.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
No, not all. But I'd imagine something more, you know, more theatrical. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Oh, okay, so he doesn't like it. He will prefer the theatrical version. Whatever. Too
Rotlick
bad.
said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
So he renamed it as the Chameleon. Sure.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
No, we don't need any drinks.
Thanks, but I'm not really in the mood.
Have it your way. I, on the other hand, will drink. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
You're fat and you smell. Praised your rationality. Don't remember. So what should we say? Should we joke with him and say that you're fat and you smell? No. I think that's let's not be mean, Dandelion. Don't remember? No, let's be honest.
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time.
Good. Maybe that'll make him introspect and think
One
about
thing's
things
hitting me.
and try to
How'd
live
you
up to
manage
that.
Get the loan from Sophronia.
Wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the Cloak and the Dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Okay, so he's not. Yeah, so Dandelion has apparently stopped sleeping around with other random people. It's good that he seems to be focused on just Priscilla right now.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time, you know.
I'd like to think that Dandelion has become a stable and responsible fellow. So it seems like he's turning himself around. We'll see.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly, been attacked. They took her to Volmerius Hospital.
Attacked by who?
She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course, let's go.
Why would anyone attack her? All we're trying to do is just start some sort of show.
Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries?
Yeah, what happened to her eye?
Concussion.
Not besides her eye, I need to know.
Incision into her larynx and scalding inside the throat and esophagus.
Fire?
Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
I see. So they basically made her drink acid or something?
Who could have done this?
That I do not know. I do, however, know she is not the perpetrator's first victim.
Okay, so was it just is there just some random person who goes and does this to people? So this wasn't a targeted attack?
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week, a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who
You don't
did
even
this.
need to ask us.
Find him and kill him.
Yeah, you don't even need to ask us about that, buddy. Yeah, exactly.
Come on, Dandelion.
We're good.
Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues.
Very helpful,
No
this
need to
guy.
look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
I like this guy. I hope he's not secretly the person who was going around doing all this, but I don't know why he would put us on the case if he was.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
What's with those burns on his neck?
Look at this scar.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
All right, let's go then.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers? Travel them often, Doctor?
We do,
As
apparently.
often as required for the pursuit of preventive medicine.
I see, so he's a bird vigilante.
Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
So I hope she still has her eye. Even if she doesn't, is it possible to heal that kind of injury in this world? Like regenerate an eye? There's so much weird stuff that I wouldn't think it impossible.
Preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. So, hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Hey! Help! Help!
What? Was he the one saying that? Why would he... He was in NPC mode for a second there. That was pretty funny. Can you guys chill out for a sec? There we go. But yeah, the ability to cast Quen with my adrenaline points, super endlessly useful. Jeez. It's even better than I had thought it would be. He fights with a crossbow, huh? There we go. Let's do our preventative medicine on this thing. Yeah, now that we can cast Quen so frequently, we really can be a lot more aggressive than we used to. Alright, let's go. Bonk. Ooh, I like it when it does that and cuts them in half.
One, another takes its place.
I know how you feel. Believe me. Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
Dandelion can? Wait, why would Dandelion be able to cure an injury to her voice? But that's what I was worried about, that she would have some sort of permanent injuries from all of that. Well, whoever it is that did this, we will make sure to kill them thoroughly. Also, I think because I haven't invested in my spells as much, my Quen doesn't last as long. Like, the timer ticks down for faster, but that's really not a problem.
This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
A dwarven woodcarver, okay. Well, that's not her.
Wrong body type.
Dwarven woodcarver. That's not a dwarf. Excuse me. That's not where I wanted to go. Oops. Okay, in here then? Is it you?
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
The torso.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
So was he cut open?
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An orb?
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murder.
Why would he put an egg in the corpse? Is he trying to do some sort of like alien thing where some sort of thing bursts out of their stomach? Is that what's going on?
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin, an incision, but the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
Okay, so they had him drink formaldehyde, or they poured it into the wound.
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
That's not very nice, to say the
With
least.
the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Jeez, who and why, but why are they doing all this?
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
In other words, did he open up a hole in the neck so that they could still breathe even though, like, their mouth was all swelled up? Is that what's going on? Or something like that? Jeez. This is very brutal.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience?
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
It stole his ring, okay.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies, we surgeons...
This is a doctor joke, don't worry about it.
And a different sense of humor.
Alright, well, please don't actually show me the genitals on screen, but for the sake of going through all the options.
His genitals, we ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
You never know.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
Alright.
Alright. Think I know enough.
I don't think I know enough.
Please, because I've still no notion what this is
Same.
about. What the motive might have been.
Ritual murder, punishment, no motive. Let me think. What do I think the motive is? This dwarf was just a woodcutter. That's all. And Priscilla was just a performer. I don't think this could have been punishment. They didn't do anything. Neither of them did anything. So I don't think this was punishment. A ritual murder? Sure. I mean, they murdered both of them the same way. That's not a motive. That still doesn't tell me the actual answer to why they did all this. No motive, murder is mad. I mean, that's possible. Let's just say this is the closest thing I can get to the truth.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer.
Oh.
And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
We're not gonna talk about nonsense. Let's just get to the point then.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirates was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
This guy's immediately suspicious. Immediately. He's got like bones in his clothing, which is weird to start with. He comes in here saying that he doesn't want anybody to be in here looking at this stuff. Why? Why is that so important? Not just for the security of your job and making sure everything stays on track. Maybe it's so that nobody can actually fully investigate this stuff. Maybe because this is the actual person who's doing these murders. I immediately suspect this guy.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Okay. You guys probably didn't see he warped next to the door.
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case? I will let you know.
Sounds good. Yep.
Thank you.
It's a good guy. Coincidentally, both the good guys have the same outfit. That's because they're both coroners, I guess, or they're both doctors. Could have told me you know the coroner. That was obvious, it seemed like, but okay. Nathaniel? Was Nathaniel the other coroner? What? I'm confused. Who was Nathaniel? Which one of them was Nathaniel?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Delighted especially in torturing women.
Wait, so was that guy Nathaniel? Is that, or are we talking about something else?
Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Okay, so yeah. So they're immediately confirming that, yes, this Nathaniel guy who was the main dude here, he is a part of the Eternal Fire and he's a torturer. So, yeah, okay, this is obvious at this point.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet.
Yeah, I trust this guy. It's fine.
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop.
You don't need to hear the whole story.
Alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
We don't need to keep our eye on him. It's the other guy we need to keep an eye on. And this guy was sitting here listening to all that.
Shut off.
Alright, I'm going right back in. Investigate where Priscilla was attacked. No, I'm running right back in here. Taking another look at the body. If I can.
Fortunately, Nathaniel had few questions. Any more might have meant trouble. Serious trouble.
Okay. So yeah, confirmed once again, that guy was Nathaniel. The big evil dude. That was clearly an evil dude immediately when we saw him. Alright, so investigate the alley where Priscilla was attacked using your Witcher senses. Oh, and then also, apparently talk to these people.
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian.
Does he mean the sense of smell?
Yeah, I remember. No eyes, no art. One of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of
Some things are best left unsaid.
Yeah.
What happened to the pieces?
So this, so this has been happening for a while then, but we're only now caring about it because only now important people are dying to it. Who cares about the beggars, right? And all the poor people who are dying to this thing? No, it's only the people who have influence. That's the ones we care about. It's just a little bit sad that that's the case.
Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid.
No, I agree it's a shame because he got rid of all the evidence that way.
You search Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
He's a very this is an honest fellow.
Spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Peace off, mutant.
We can spare the money.
That hard up for coin? Fine, have some. Now talk.
If only Geralt didn't, like, get in his face like that. Maybe we could have asked a little bit nicer and didn't have to give him as much money. But no, Geralt had to antagonize this guy for literally no reason. Is suddenly becoming some sort of paragon of virtue, saying like, "You rob corpses? I would never do such a thing. I am somebody who definitely doesn't ever kill monsters and steal their stuff, or kill bandits and steal their loot, or anything like that. No, I wouldn't." Well, I guess
What did you find?
I guess in this case it's an innocent person, and Geralt hasn't, I don't think, killed any innocent people yet. But like, I don't know. I still think it's a little bit strange.
Glass-beaded wing, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
Yeah, in this case, I think I do need to hit him. So before we had no reason to really get in his face like that, but now at this point, yeah. There you go.
Oi, fucking hell! What was that for?
For everything.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you took that pretty well. he took that pretty well. He's pretty happy even after taking a punch to the face, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. I guess you gotta have that kind of uncaring personality if you want to be a corpse collector. It is what it is. Only that kind of people would have that kind of job. Otherwise, they just go insane.
Sure, who kisses your ass today will bite it tomorrow.
Hey, handsome.
Alright, so where is this? Examine the place. Let's see, what do we got?
Human. Priscilla's.
Okay, we got blood.
Sis.
What?
That him.
How am I to know?
What are you saying? What do you mean grab him? Wait, what are they trying to do?
That's it, you're in for it.
What? What are they? Why are they trying to attack me? What's the point? Bro, can you guys just die? Like,
He's a warlock!
Son of a whore.
take damage, please. Okay, well, it's gonna be a long and tedious fight, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna continue to cheat with Gwen.
Clean, you lass. Fucking come on!
I can probably pull out my sword, but I'm not gonna do that. Even if I can.
He's a warlock!
Son of a whore.
Eye for an eye!
There we go. It's 2 down, and that's
Think
3
you got
down.
me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome.
How do you know we're the person, though?
Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much, but I can tell you what I know.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was just saying.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Doesn't seem like she has any information for us, which is unfortunate.
I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Alright, well, yep, again, I'm glad I didn't pull out my sword and start stabbing them. Although I don't know if it would even allow me to. Sermon? Remember, good people, the light cast by the fire dispels every darkness, reveals each lie, exposes every unworthy and debauched soul. I just had a thought. Is it because the people, like, said something against the eternal fire and that's why they were treated this way? We need to learn more about this woodcutter dwarf and these other people. See if they ever said anything against the eternal fire. Because we just heard that Priscilla tended to do that. Not even shape-shifting Dopplers can hide from its light. Not even witches and sorceresses. So adept at fooling the common folk. Not the loose women who walk the street and fog men's minds with their charms. Abandon, then, the treacherous and immortal magic arcane. Cover your bodies in modesty, and provoke no unclean thoughts. And the eternal fire will expose for you all monsters and sinners, or else burn you too in its flames. Concerned citizen. Alright, and I've already read all this stuff. I just need to hover over it again. Okay. So, yeah, that seems like it was probably left behind by the person responsible.
Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weighed on his heel. Took a step back.
Took a step back. So I did see something in that corner. That flag. I've been looking over there, thinking like, did I see something red over there? I sure did. It's a flag poking through the geometry over here. Just a little bit confused for a second.
Got a problem.
So what's with this? That's not what I'm looking at.
A brazier. This time of
No,
year.
I understand the whole brazier this time
I know
of year.
that smell. Formaldehyde.
Okay. It's all splattered right there. Yeah, I think that's it. Probably all there is to see here. So now we go to where the woodcarver died. Let's do that.
Why is your hair so grey, darling?
Oh, it's not very far. Good.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Suspicious. I'm not gonna do that yet. It sounds like a trap. We'll come here. We'll go here first. Wait, this is not where it is. Where are we going? Where exactly am I supposed to be headed here?
Lay me down with a barrel of beer and a cup in my right hand.
Do I go in here? Okay, I do.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on then. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft. Even I'm scared of them. Better barking dog than an evil man at your door.
Got
Well,
someone particular in mind?
It makes sense that he'd be kind of afraid of him. They're bigger than he is.
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. Soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these two mutts.
Makes sense.
Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
It's smart. Smart.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family or what's left of it. So,
man,
what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, a craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring.
And that's something that the paper that we just read said that people would be punished for.
Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here.
You didn't want to miss them burning another witch at the stake? Okay.
See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Unfortunately, we didn't learn anything from this.
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest.
At least not too much.
Just beware of the dogs.
Alright. Oh, okay. We do have a chance to learn a little bit more.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Murderer dragged something heavy. Statues. Or a corpse.
Well, here's all the statues. So the murderer put this here? Can I look at it? Hello? Let me look at it? It won't. Okay, what's this? Another sermon. Remember, good people, that fire can be both a blessing and a curse. Fire can warm with its flames. Fire can prepare our nourishment. Fire can drive off the horrors of the dark. Yet fire can also scorch, burn, and incinerate. That is why we must live in harmony with eternal fire and its commandments. Whoever fails to heed its lessons, whoever lives in ignorance of it, whoever mocks it, the same shall lose his life in its flames. Take my counsel to heart, good people, or you will reap the consequences of your deeds. So yeah, definitely left by the same person. Too bad we can't use our Witcher senses on that and have it lead us to them by smell. In fact, if this guy was smarter, he would have these dogs figure out, like, to use that letter, or he'd get some sort of tracking dog to use the letter and find out and find the person responsible, right? Although maybe that's just a thing that's over dramatized in movies and it's not actually that simple. But even so. I wanna do something with that. Can't I? Okay, I can't use Igni on it or anything. Fine, whatever.
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
I just noticed his beard's gray. I mean green. I guess strange colored beards are a thing. That was interesting. He seemed like he was waiting for me to go in, and then he went in himself anyways first.
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind.
Well, how would they get rid of the blood? With the formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
Okay. I haven't learned that much yet.
Eyes. Humanoid. Completely rotten.
So they took out both of his eyes. Did they take out both of Priscilla's eyes? It didn't seem like it. It seemed like she was only missing one eye. Was hers a lesser crime? So she was punished in a lesser way?
Aye.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled. Fabian was overpowered, then tortured. For a time.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told, I haven't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the corner.
We're still. We said he doesn't want to know the details, so we're still going into the details. I mean, I can understand his position. He seemed like he's trying to just ignore what happened, which is just a way of coping with it.
Then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city. Fine, we've talked enough. Won't learn anything else here. Take care.
Alright, let's head on out of here. And yeah, that is correct. Just some more Eternal Fire nonsense. I remember the first time, I don't know if it was the first time, but one of the first times I ran into an Eternal Fire person trying to give me a quest to like do something with corpses. And I just refused to actually take him up on it. Just because I did not like what the Eternal Fire was about at all. And I don't regret that at all. Here's another one of his sermons. Remember, dear people, that a fire once lit cannot be stopped, that it consumes everything in its path, and only ceases to rage once all has been turned to ash. Men cannot flee this element, and if they bow before it, if they let it into their hearts, they too turn to ash. Search then your consciences, and live in accordance with the church's dictates, before the time for penance has passed. Consciences is a really hard word to say. It really is. The English language is very much a difficult one.
I'm warning you.
Alright.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Let's talk to this corner and get ready for an ambush of some sort. Or confront him. Or is this him?
Right. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, so it's him that brought us here. I thought it was Nathan or Nathaniel or whatever the guy's name was. I thought that was who was calling us in. Okay, fine. If it's this guy, it's fine.
Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Alright. Let's ask him more stuff, since we can.
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone.
What?
Because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you?
More than hard to be fond with him. What the heck? He just grabs a burning scalpel and stabs a guy and he gets away with it? Okay.
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque.
Theology, huh?
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, so this is another instance of a quest that is very clear. It's very clear what's going on, almost from the very beginning.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad.
I can't imagine that nobody has gotten the idea and gotten the picture and understands who the actual culprit is at this point.
By the way,
I swear, if I watch a playthrough of this game and I see some Let's Player not understand who the possible culprit could be at this stage in the game, that's a major skill issue.
rats don't exactly get along. Why is that?
But I'm sure there'll be somebody.
You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242, a senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Choosing the lesser evil can be hard at times. Happen to know a thing or two about that.
In that respect, this work has its benefits. I couldn't possibly hurt anyone here if I tried.
Alright. That's enough of his backstory. Let's start.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conformed to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Why would he do that, though? Why would he put the name of his next victim each time? Is he trying to lure us to find him?
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Alright, let's go. Yeah. So this is clearly leading us.
Till next time, Master.
Question is it a good thing for us to be following this lead? Again, I already know who the killer is, who's responsible. And if I'm somehow wrong about that, I'll be incredibly surprised. And I'll actually be impressed with the game if it's somebody else, but I'm pretty certain it's that same dude. So I would rather just go straight up to him, capture him myself, give him a little bit of taste of torture, and then kill him. What is this random painting? Was this always here?